Hey, my name's Liz and I sell on Poshmark, eBay, Mercari, some other platforms. And today I'm going to do a shipping video from my sales over the weekend. This is mid-May 2023, so here's a few things that have sold for me recently. I did shipping on, I think I shipped on Saturday. So this is from Saturday afternoon until Monday morning. I think I've only had 2 sales so far today. But yeah, I wanted to share what I sold. Most of this is Poshmark. There's 1 eBay, 2 Mercari, and 1 Kidizen sale. So I'm going to start with my Mercari sales. So I ship most of my stuff in poly mailers. I don't do fancy packaging. I just want my stuff to arrive safely. I don't care if it's wrapped. I love watching videos and seeing how other people wrap stuff, but to me it's just time that I don't necessarily have to sit there and prettily wrap everything, and it also is just kind of wasteful in my opinion. So I instead use cute poly mailers. These are just the ones I have currently. I've used a million different kinds. I have my labels printed from my Dymo and just the stuff that I'm going to send. Most of it should fit in the poly mailers. There's 1 or 2 things that won't, and one of them I have to find some packaging for because it's kind of a weirdly shaped item. So the first thing that sold is this Madewell tank. A bunch of this stuff is from my 2 most recent hauls. I'm not sure, they might go up after this video, but this was from the bins recently. It sold for $18 and a shipping discount. So I end up, let's see, it probably cost me about 50 cents from the bins. It's super light. My earnings from Poshmark are $11.42 after the fees. So it's probably about almost an $11 profit, which isn't huge, but that's bread and butter, common sales for me, and kind of what a lot of my business is built on. There's some bigger sales in here, which is always wonderful, but it's the, you know, $20-ish sales that keep everything going. So here is that. I just put the label on the one side. Poshmark is awesome with having the labels sent right to you. It doesn't get any easier than shipping with Poshmark. You can use whatever you want to send. This is the next sale. It is a little baby romper John thing. The brand is Lila and Haze, which wasn't one I had heard of, but it was in a pile with some other nice baby clothes, so I grabbed it and it was the first one to sell. So it sold for $16 on Poshmark, and I think that one also had a shipping discount. Maybe not. Maybe that was an offer to me. No shipping discount. So I made $12.80 on that, and again, super lightweight. I love picking up baby stuff from the bins, and it takes up no space in my storage, but a lot of this stuff sold before I even got it put away into my inventory, which is awesome too, because then I don't have to spend the time packaging it up to put in my inventory and then having to, you know, find it again. So this one is going to Alabama, and that is totally where I envisioned that going. The first one I always like to see is going to Arkansas. Okay, so this one I've had for a while, but this piece is so pretty. I got it on a big thrifting trip that my sister and I went on. This is Bowden, but it kind of is unusual to me for Bowden. It's this long midi dress. It's boho. I think this one, I don't remember where I got it for, but it was only a couple dollars. It's so pretty. It definitely took a long time to sell, but I was patient on this one. It sold on an offer to me for $75. I had it listed for $125, and there was very few comps, and like that was a good range for it, but I was thrilled to take a $75 offer on it. and I made 60. There's Mason walking behind me. This one, I think I'm gonna put this back in a plastic bag, which I don't do with a lot of stuff, but I do with some more expensive sales, or I think it'll help kind of compress this a little bit because it's, you know, bigger. Let's see. I store my stuff in my inventory in Ziploc bags, and then I reuse them. It just helps make my inventory neater. I don't number anything. All my inventory boxes are lettered like A through whatever, and then I just mark on Poshmark where they're placed, and I don't like number anything inside of them, so it's easy to just reuse the Ziploc bags. This one's a tight fit. I probably could have gone and gotten a bigger bag, but that's okay. It'll fit fine. Yeah, so I was super happy with this sale. I was surprised that it took so long, but I guess maybe because it's not typical Bowden, unless you were just looking for something style-based, you might not have really thought to have looked to Bowden for that kind of boho cottage piece. This one's going to North Carolina. And that was that might have been the highest price sale of the day, I think. And the next is a pair of jeans, and I've been selling so many jeans. These are Madewell. These are the stovepipe in a 32 petite. I've sold the stovepipe a few times before. These did not do great, but I took the offer since they're 32 petite is kind of a hard size, and I have so many pairs of Madewell jeans right now. I've just been finding a ton of them, so I took the offer for $28. Usually I get more in like the 40 or so range on Madewell jeans, but I've kind of just been taking offers to try and, you know, help the algorithm and bring stuff to my closet. So the offer came to me, which helps. So I made $22.40, and I believe I only paid $5 for those. So still a decent profit, just not quite as good as Madewell often does for me. And these are going to Arizona. Next is from my most recent bins haul, and it is a little dress from Zara. I found a whole bunch of Zara size 2-3 little girls clothes that I picked up that day, and this was the first one of them to sell. I was kind of hoping that maybe someone would bundle a few together since I had quite a few of that same size, but this sold for $13, which is great for a little kids piece from Zara. And it is going to California, and I believe this was an offer that I sent. Yes, so I made $8.03 on this, and probably about 4 ounces, so less than 50 cents that I would have spent on that one. Then this is kind of my strangely shaped item that I was mentioning for the day. So this is a backpack, and not something I typically sell. I don't find many good bags in my area. So this one I got at a thrift store one day. I think I paid about $6 for it. The brand is Sack Roots, which is like a division of the Sack. And this sold for $33, which I was very happy with. And I just have to figure out a box to put that in so it gets there safely without me having to fold it too much. I ended up earning $23.42 on that, so that was a good sell. I don't remember what I had that listed for, so maybe like $45 or so. But I had that probably 3 months, maybe got it in like February would be my guess. Then we have from Again, that same bins haul is a Patagonia piece. This label's a little hard to read, but we all know Patagonia. This is a Capeline, which is one of their base layer styles. It's a men's large. It could definitely be unisex, but I believe technically it is men's. It was in really good shape. And this sold for $26 and is nice and lightweight. Definitely would guess it's like about a half a pound, so about $1 that I would have paid for it. And my earnings were $17.82 on that. Just make sure I have the right label. That always makes me nervous when I'm doing these, that like I put them in order on how I was gonna do these, but I'm always like nervous that I'm gonna mix it up because I check the names a bunch of times before I ship it normally. This is going to Texas, which is kind of interesting for a base layer piece in the summer, but maybe they're going somewhere on vacation. Next is this tiny little skirt. It is very Y2K style, and the brand is I Am Gia, which is a Dolls Kill. I think it's exclusively Dolls Kill. I'm not positive though. Extra, extra small. And this was called the Skylar mini skirt. It's like 9 inches long or something absurd like that. And that sold for $56 for this. So I've found the brand a couple times before and it's done well every time. Overall, Dolls Kill stuff has done well for me. It's not something I find super often, but when I do, I definitely try and pick it up. I believe I paid $6 for that at the thrift store a couple months ago. And for $56, that was an offer I sent, so I must have had that listed for like $75. And I made $41.82 on that. And that is also going to Texas. So that was a fun one. I knew that would do well eventually. It had gotten quite a few likes on all the platforms. And this one is not a great sale, but still. This is not a brand that I pick up. It came in either a thread-up box or like a dress box or something that I got from somewhere. So it's not something that I chose to source, but I chose to sell it instead of sending it somewhere else. I think this is like Francesca's or TJ Maxx, one of those type of places. But it did sell for $15, which was full price, so I make $12 on it, and just happy to have it go. It's not a brand I ever pick up. It never has done well for me. I've maybe picked it up, maybe I tried to sell like a couple of my own pieces back a long time ago, and it just never moved, but I like the style of that dress, and I needed to keep a few things from that box to sell because it wasn't very good, whatever it was. And this one is going to Virginia, and it's actually, it was a guest sale on Poshmark, so that's probably partially why it was full price. Those tend to be full price because I don't really know about the offer feature. But anyway, I was just glad for that one to go. It's been around for quite a while. And this is a Madewell shirt, so 3 Madewell pieces today. This was from the bins recently. I've sold a couple of their graphic tees in the past. This landed right around where I expected it to, about $15. This one sold for $13. Very quickly. It was one of the first pieces from that haul in general to sell. I think it actually maybe was the first, and I just forgot to ship it on Saturday. So I'm shipping it today. But this one is going to Louisiana, and I made $803 on that. So that was an offer that I sent out. I use Posher VA, and it sends out 25% off offers 10 minutes after I receive a like on something. It's the best service that I've ever had. It totally changed my business because I save so much time both on the sharing and on sending out offers to likers. So I can't recommend using some kind of service like that enough, whether it's Poshmark VA or a different one that you choose to use. Something that my sister gave me to sell, and this is a great brand, although this piece didn't do amazing, but this is Lisa Says Ga, which I've sold a couple of times, and it's this pair of like silky pants with this crazy print. She's known for really fun prints. It is a size inclusive brand, which is nice. And anytime you find it, definitely think about picking it up, especially if it's something that's more fun. I've sold dresses. I've sold this pair of pants. I sold a sweater for $90. So these only sold for $20, which is not great, but it was actually I was sending out 50% offers last week, and this was like a residual sale from that, and it sold for $20. I had them listed for $40. I only made $13.98 on them, but I try to send out 50% off offers every couple months on stuff older than like a certain amount of time, because I, want to try and clear out some old stuff, get some motion in my closet. It usually brings in a handful of sales besides the 50% off stuff. I think it's just a good way to clear out things, and Poshmark VA does it for me, so it's not even like I have to sit there and send out offers on 1,000 things. That would take forever. These are going to California, and they definitely got a good deal on these, but sometimes that happens. Okay, and that is all our Poshmark sales. So our next one is a Kidizen sale, and this is a pair of Janny and Jack pants, which is a kids brand that I love to sell. These are new with tags, and I think I got these from a ThredUp Kids box quite a while ago. So they are these white pants with this cute little detail, and these sold on an offer that came to me. I had them listed for $25, and I got an offer for $18 for them on Kidizen. And on Kidizen, I do free shipping. It's kind of just how the platform is kind of known for. Most people do free shipping. I typically put shipping included in my price. So like if I had these listed for $20 on Poshmark, I'd bump it up to $25 on Kidizen to cover the shipping. So I made $15.34 after the Kidizen fees on them, and then I paid about $4 in shipping for them, so like $11. They came from a mystery box. I maybe could have done a little bit better on them, but they've been around for a while, so I'm fine with it. And those are going to Texas too. A lot of Texas and California today. Do you kind of notice that you have sales that go to certain places often? I feel like sometimes I notice, I send a lot of stuff to California, or I'm in New Jersey, so I often find a lot of New York sales, and I'm like, well, I guess that kind of makes sense because, if I'm finding it here, it's something that's stylish here and people like in the area. This is a shirt from Todd Snyder. It's a men's button-down shirt that I got at the bins, and this sold on eBay, and it sold for $48 plus shipping. So I think the order ended up being $54.30, and then I paid like $4 something in shipping for it. That was a great sale. I had it listed for $60, but I was definitely happy to take that offer. It's very lightweight, and men's brands are not my favorite, so to have gotten rid of it really quickly is awesome. That brand Todd Snyder is definitely one you should keep an eye out for in the men's department. and this is going to Massachusetts. And sorry to the guy, but he is also getting a cheetah print poly mailer because that's all I have right now. And then the last two sales are from Mercari. And this one got a crazy amount of attention. So you're gonna look at it and go, seriously? It's this. It is from Babaton, which is an Aritzia brand. Got this at the bins. It's called the Contour Tube Top. And I can't even imagine this weighs 4 ounces. You know, like 25 cents or so at the bins, and maybe 40 cents max for that. And then on Poshmark, it had like 18 likes. It had 2 watchers on eBay, and it ended up selling on Mercari, where it also had a handful of likes, for $18. I had it listed for $25 everywhere, but with how my offers get sent out on Poshmark, I always, know that I'm gonna most likely have something sell for less than that. So when an offer for $18 came in on Mercari, which is what the offers were getting sent out as on Poshmark, Mercari's fees are way less, plus you don't have the shipping discount. So I ended up making like $4 more by it selling for the exact same price on Mercari, which is awesome. I ended up making $15.03, and on Poshmark it was going to be like 11 something that I was making after all the fees, and that's going to Los Angeles. And I've sold a couple things from that contour line from Aritzia before, and they've all been very popular, so definitely keep an eye out for that one. And then last is this pair of kids' Christmas pajamas. Again, it's May, but that's fine. I will sell anything, any time of year. And this is the brand Little Sleepies, which is a bamboo brand from, kids stuff in bamboo is fantastic sellers. It is like a full-length pajama set. And these also sold for $18, which was, again, an offer that came into me on Mercari, which would have been the same price as what I would have sold them for on Poshmark with my discount. And again, made $15 on them on Mercari and made $4 more than I would have on Poshmark. So can't beat it. And these are going to Pennsylvania. So I wonder if they'll keep them for their kids for Christmas, or if they'll just have their kids wear them because they like that pajama brand. But I did not do the math overall on what I made for this weekend. I'll maybe put it in the title or something, but thank you for watching. These are fun for me to do, especially when it's easy stuff to ship up like this and there's not a whole bunch of shoes and stuffing stuff. But thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.